Okay, so this screencast will show how the code for the app that we are proposing works. The the visuals, the actual game will look like it looks in the video we created, but this code is the brain of the game, so it will show you more or less. It will show you more or less how um, the logic of the game works. So first, here I have a list that contains some of the articles that Newsela has, and I will play with these articles. Of course, the final app would have a complete list of all the articles that are much more than I have here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 30 articles. So the real Newsela has much more articles, but for the purposes of the screencast and the code, I will use only 6. Um, so yeah, let's run the code. Oops, there you go. So the first thing that shows is the name of the articles that are available to be read. Um, this in the app is basically the main page that shows all the different articles. Here we have them organized by categories. And the idea is we will enter names of the articles, which means, and that simulates reading articles. In the actual app, you would need to finish reading the article. You would have some questions in the end, and after answering those questions, you will the app will determine if you actually read it or if it was well read or if you need to read it again, and be able to register that you actually read that article. And yeah, so let's note for the following game, enter stop whenever you want to stop reading. That's just, we will keep entering names of the articles, and whenever you want to quit the app, you would need to write stop here. In the real app, you would need just quit it. And anyone can play with, like, this will be uploaded to the um, submission of the final project, so anyone can play with this code and see the different badges, the different things that you can do with the code. I'll introduce the badges now. So after reading some articles, you would earn badges. These badges are either because you finished all the articles under the same category. In the real game, you would need to finish a block because you would have more than just 5 articles of arts and culture, for example, and you would earn a badge of for that. Or you could read an article from all the different categories. That also gives you a badge, the diverse reader. With those badges, you can go to webinar. You can get access to webinars or tickets to events. So let's play a little bit with the code and show some of the events, the badges you can earn and the events you can go to. So let's say you want to read how, how do cases reach the Supreme Court? So I type, how do cases reach the Supreme Court? Okay, I think I missed, for example, here I missed the question mark, so I'll just copy and paste it. Whenever you write something that's not found, it will tell you article name not valid, and simply you would need to type it again. Okay, there you go. Now the code has registered how do cases reach the Supreme Court. That's already read. Good. Let's say now you want to read how to use ratios. So let's read that one. I'll again copy and paste. Okay, very good. Let's say you by accident click again on how do cases reach the Supreme Court. Okay, so it tells you already read this article. Are you sure you want to read it again? And yes or no. Regardless of that, it will not give you extra points because you already read it. But if you're interested in reading it again, then you can read it again. All the articles, all the categories have different levels. The first one is level 1. It gives you 1 point for reading. The second level gives you 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, and 5 points, and that's for every category. So let's and so that's 15, and every 15 points you, like, if you add the different values for the levels under the same category, you would end up with 15, and every 15 points you reach a new level. So let's get to that number to see what happens. And I'm also gonna finish science and math. So I already have how to use ratios. I don't have endangered species yet, so let's read that one. Let's read the biosphere and nutrient cycles. We've read how to use ratio. What is it about? Boom. Okay, so now my reading level has, first of all, we finished all the articles under science and math. So now we've earned the badge the Einstein, and the reading level has increased to 2. Yay. Now let's see. Okay, let's see what happens if we finish US history too. We've already read the third one, so I'm not gonna read it again. Okay, so now I've earned the badge the Abraham Lincoln. I and now I did not only win another badge. Because I already had the Einstein. With this too, I have earned access to the webinar Why Did the Titanic Sink? That will be on April 29th, 2018. Yay! Um, and my reading level has increased to 3. So in this case, the Why Did the Titanic Sink? We'll talk about some aspects related to the history of the Titanic, and we'll also talk about a little bit of the science behind it, the science behind how it was built and what caused the Titanic to sink. So you would need to have some background related to science and the U.S. history. So that's for that reason you needed both badges to go to this webinar. But let's just do one more example. You could play with try finishing different categories, and you will see uh, the different events you could go to. And okay. I'm gonna finish now government and economics just because I like that event that I will unlock. Okay, so what did I earn? I earned a badge the Nelson Mandela from finishing that category. I have earned access to the webinar What is a Tariff? And an economist an economist explains, and that's on May 5th, 2018. And I have also earned a ticket to the event The Lives of the Constitution, 10 exceptional minds that shaped America's supreme law, and that's on July 9th, 2018. So yeah, this is more or less how, like, you get tickets to events, access to webinars, badges, and this way you incentivize the kid to read more articles. And now I'm gonna just stop, and you are able, let's say, you can see the articles you've read if you say yes. I said yes, so okay, so I've read all these articles. So I finished 3 categories. I'm still missing some though. And if I had read, you can try that. If you read one article from each of the categories, I would have earned the diverse reader. There are some other webinars and events you can go to with different badges. But yeah, like, and then here I can see at the end the badges I've earned so far. Uh, Tickets for events. Okay, so I can go to this event and it will tell me the date so I don't forget. And the webinars that I have access to. These are 2 webinars. And in the end, I have my stats, which will tell you the level that I have for each of the different categories, and the reading level that that increases after each 15 points. So it increased 3 times. We can see here 15, 15, and 15, and it started in 1, so 3 more. We are reading level 4, and then just a come back soon message. So yeah, this is how the code works. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Woo!